Hi, welcome. On this video, this is going to be day 5 update for Jax. Jax is here undergoing service dog training. And on this video, you're going to see me working Jax near another dog. Now here it's really important that Jax stays invested into what I want as a follower. And this is the method itself, as you're going to see today, is to build that bridge so that Jax is staying on task to meet the service dog standard. Now, part of the method is you'll see me using the push-pull method at times, where I'm pushing and pulling at the same time to help to create a more of a follower moment, to help keep his mind and hold it within the follower script. Now, here the issue of control and power is such that once a dog has a certain level of control, or you're in the middle of approaching training for what it is, a relationship changing process, you can get higher reactions from the dog. They're more reactive to what's reasonable within the scripting process. But again, it's all about being very intentional with how you build a bridge. So here again, through the video here, you're going to see me working Jax with another dog, and the dog that he's going to be working with is a German Shepherd. And again, the German Shepherd again is here, going through training for the same type of thing, not service dog, but to help to get the dog into a follower script. So I'm going to be using this as an opportunity within this session so that Jax benefits from this interaction, and Xena, who is the German Shepherd, also benefits from this type of interaction. But Xena's ready for this type of higher level of expectation with the scripting, and so is Jax. Jax is, again, the first 2 or 3 days with Jax is both getting, just getting the script kind of going a little bit, and then here, day 5, we're starting to push beyond the boundary lines a little bit to increase expectations. So again, the video itself, you're going to see a little glimpse into how this is done, and so it's all about follower moments. It's all about being successful. So it's always knowing, just how far to move it forward, and always focusing on always kind of ending on a good note. So it's always pushing it, and then, continuing the process on a daily basis. So again, this is the first time that Jax has been, introduced to another dog through this script, okay? So it's really important. Jax may have had introductions to other dogs or had the ability to interact with other dogs, but again, this issue of control, very, very important to understand both motives, okay? So here it's different because, I'm making sure he's in right relationship. I'm putting all the cards on the table, but at the same time, making sure that I'm building that bridge so that he's meeting other dogs as a follower to me, that his focus is on me, that I become the pivot point, that I fade in into that picture so that when he's meeting other dogs, other people, other situations, again, the priority is on what I want. And this is why it's really important with the service dog stand to make sure that I take that priority, or Jax's owner, okay, takes that priority, that he's always going to be, staying on script, on task. So anyway, hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. Remember, investing. There we go. Good. You see, that's right. Push pull. That's right. Good. Good, Greg. Yep, good. That's good. Yeah, that's right. Break that. That's right. That investment level. Good. Now, when you feel ready, then do the circle. Now here, break that. Go to the head now. Go to the head. There you go. That's right. So anything. Good. So whenever you feel that, see. Try to create a little bit of looseness on that choke chain too, so that, yeah, that's right, at times, just when, so make sure it loosens up enough, because ultimately you want to switch over to a flat collar at some point here a little more, which I'm going to do now with Jax, and just switch over to a flat collar, but next time we meet up, you want to have a flat collar on Xena. But if you're using the pressure collar like that with the choke chain, make sure you try to, because it stays tight all the time, try to create a little bit of a, when Xena is in a follower state, it should loosen, right? You feel like there's an inwardness. There you go. Don't get me wrong, I switched over to that originally because of the level of control, right?
I was gonna ask if she needed a pinch collar actually.
Well, no, you want to use that because a pinch collar, what happened, Brad, the pinch collar,
to
It manifests too much, and it's about the device, okay? The device is creating the physical position, and the person's not, it's not promoting change effectively, you know what I'm saying? So she'll respond great to the pinch collar, and like a lot of dogs will, but the problem is, it's not gonna get in her head properly. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna create these moments. It's not a good communication tool because she's just saying, okay, I'm gonna obey for this, I'm gonna stay in the position for this, but it's not gonna do what, relationship-wise, it's not gonna be effective. So rather stay to that collar if you can. Try to really invest more in the choke chain. Same thing, good, doing good. Down. Yep, just take your time. This is about just working the script. Challenging, getting me up a little bit here on the challenge level. Then we'll around here a little bit of jacks. Doing good, Brad. Take your time. Yep. Down. Like I said, I'm just sticking to my little area over here. And I'll work angles too, so same things. You don't want to keep even there. You want to try to work it at a bit of an angle so that Nina doesn't have a full front, view here at times. Not yet. Not until you feel like, well, once Nina starts to not try to turn around as much, once she settles in more, then you can start to face front on. But for now, try to keep, even as you're turning and stopping at certain points, try to keep it at enough of an angle so that you can work her mind effectively so you can have a full picture, full view of jacks. Well, good. I'll do the same thing here with jacks, same thing. Working because he wants, dogs that want to gain, we're trying to make up the difference. They want to gain some power, fulfillment to the other dog, being on their own terms, and that's what this exercise is about. It's a way to counter that. Can't happen. This is the next level too, level 2 for Zena for certification for leadership in other dogs. Getting her to accepting other dogs. We'll talk more about the pinch collar issue later, when we leave here, because I had a same situation with another person here just recently with the pinch collar issue. Because you always think about, whenever you think about a tool, I always think about how it promotes change, whether it's changing perceptions, or whether if you're leaning on a certain device, right, it's the device that you're leaning on. You understand? It's not about the person change. So the dog, what happens, the dog says, well, there's a disconnect here. So for example, on the pinch collar, you put that on her, it'll look great, as long as that collar's on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But in her mind, she makes a connection saying, well, okay, the collar's on, but this person is not lining up. This person relationally is not lining up, saying, well, I still have control. When that collar's off, I'm going to see a big problem, and it'll create more problems, right? Because you feel like, man, I can't ever, and that's what happens with remote collars too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It seems like people can never get away from the remote collar, right? Because it's not lining up. So ultimately, the tools are just a means to an end. They're supposed to be. That's how I use it. That's why I encourage people to get into or invest in a flat collar over time, because it's about real change. It forces you to change, right? Invest in. So, when you're using a flat collar, you have to, invest more in the method, right? You gotta be more sharp, because that's what ultimately is going to create, get her where she needs to go. But for now, I really encourage you to stick to the choke chain, that's kind of like the in-between point, you know. Down. Doing good, Brad. Yep. Yep. So and also any hand motion on her nose, couple times, no rubbing at all, no petting, no rubbing with your hands, even if it's a good moment where you say, man, she did really good in that. I'm trying to do it because of the packaging, you know, so what emotion, all those things it means to her. The positive is the fact that taking the stress loads off of her, okay? So we'll talk about that later too, but, you know, there's a time and a place for the petting, but we want to make sure she's really in a really good state of mind. But it should be more connection, not heavy petting, emotion that would just touch, you want to touch the top of her head, but don't get too caught up in that because it switches your thinking over, right? So here it's more, you want to be more leadership, focusing on the method, as opposed to motors. Motors won't clean up sometimes when there's too much petting and stuff because you're in the middle of the process. So leadership is more important than anything else. Same thing, just circular around the house. Just take your time. Because even here, it's not about the meeting, even in this session, this is about using this to up the level with her. I'm going to give her a drink of water and stuff. Let me take a break here. Everything here applies too. If I'm going to switch over collars, right, from the choke chain or pressure collar, I call it, to the flat collar, what I'll do is I'll have the flat collar on, Brad, but then I'll start with the choke chain. Okay. Just to have some sharpness and better communication. But after a minute or two, once things are going, then I'll switch to the flat collar. Okay. After say a minute or so, once I feel like okay, this is really good, and then from here, right, then I'll switch it over to the flat collar. To the flat collar, still tapping all that, and you still get the communication I want. It lines up better. That's all. It's more of a better alignment. Because it forces me to be more invested in the dog. Just think of a collar that you use. People get lazy, right? If I have a pinch collar on her, right, she's going to respond to that pinch collar. I don't have to do much of anything. I just have to lean on that collar. Right? Just think about that, right? But here, if I have a flat collar on, man, I have to, I got to put some effort into the method, but that's what sets up change because how I'm communicating with it. Same thing. Yeah, just take your time. I'm going to try to not get too close to you here. I'm just staying over here. Doing good. Oh. Same thing, if accidents ever happen, I accidentally stepped on Jackson's tail for a second, caused a reaction. If that ever happens, just don't invest too much in that. Just tap it a little bit. You don't want those things to happen, but the dog knows that it was an accident. Oh, good. That's good, Greg. A lot better. Really well. Down. Now even some down pressure too, Brad. Start to add it down onto the strip. Every say 3 or 4 sits. Down. And then down, and then push and pull while you're down there. And then up. And then up when you release the pressure. Back into a solid sit again. Good. That was really good. Just make sure you emphasize every position, right? So it comes up. Even when you come up again from the down to the sit, do another push-pull up there as well. Another push-pull. Down. So push-pull right here like this. Then up, sit, and then push-pull right here. And another push-pull. And then I move off left leg. We're good. Yep, and we can start to get a little closer here if you want. Up to you. Yep, good. You're in control, yep. The other thing to assess if you do it, right, is the intensity of the investment of the look. Okay, that's the thing to understand when the look just becomes a look, right? Saying, well, you say, well, can't the dog look at other dogs? Well, no, it's the script that exposes the cards, right? It's like the same thing. It's how the dog is invested, the level of intensity. So for example, if that pet's there and I'm tapping out,
I can feel it.
Yeah,
that's right. I can feel the
Yeah.
her drive.
Yeah. So you know where it lines up when you get closer, right? And you feel like, okay, she's really, because yeah, even when because you're always getting information or feedback even from the method. So for example, Brad, even the push-pull, the tension in the body, how the body relaxes when you push and release, you can feel, you can feel in the down position, right? You can feel the tension if it's there. Good. Release a little bit on the call, there you go. And then tighten up. The whole thing is that whole communication of the pressure and the release points of that are about it making sense to the dog. Like if the dog is, once the influence takes hold, the dog settles into that follow moment, you gotta release the pressure because it's about making sense of that. Of how the pressure comes online at the points the mind separates. So it's like it's taking hold, releasing, taking hold, releasing. So very good. Good. So I'm gonna let you get closer so you come around and basically, let's see here. Yeah, you'll be like you are here, but you're gonna be facing this way, coming in a little bit. So it'll be a point where you kind of break it from the normal circle method to kind of shoot in here so that you can kind of have. But when you do it, you want to stop not right here with the head here, but with the head down here.
Okay.
You know, that way Zena has to still turn. We don't want them to be too close to each other. But, so what I want you to do is I want you to shoot around with one more circle,
Okay.
and then come straight in, and then stop, kind of avoid Jax's tail, but just, he doesn't have to be so close, but just stop a little ways beyond us, but closer to us. Just do that, okay? Grab the shoot around, pass as you go, same method, very good. Excellent. Push pull, very good. Second left leg, move, yep, and then come straight in and then stop right down there. Tap as you go, tap as you go, tap as you go, there you go. And doing the same thing as Jax. Same thing. Just tap. Good. Same thing. Good. Excellent. See that? So that's the first kind of stepping stone, right? Just getting them closer, but we're still far enough away that, so we're just kind of, causing the mind to want to move that way, and then just keep nudging, just keep communicating. So here all I'm saying to Jax is, you might get to meet Zena in a few minutes or whatever, but the follow, okay? So both Zena, he's got to be, like Zena does, Zena has to be settled in, has to be calmed out a little bit for a lot of it. Very good. Yeah. And then just kind of break off again, or all break off. Smooth. Then I can be over this side for a second, you stay on that side. Start to move to your left there to set up your normal circle method. You can see another drink anytime too. It feels like she drinks water. Down.